Hello everybody, this is the Seth Codes Things channel. I am Seth, and I'm about to show you a thing that I coded. The thing I coded, in case you can't tell on the screen, is I coded a dad in Rust. Well, might not be that funny. But anyway, it's a very simple project. It highlights just a couple more features of Rust, which one is the crate system. Here I have this. Whoa. I opened up the wrong file. Yeah, I opened the wrong file. Okay, so our dependency that I have here is rand. It's a crate available on crates.io for random number generation. Or rather, pseudo-number random generation, if you want to get into the debate. But anyway, so as you enter the application, you have this main module, which specifies a submodule called dad, which in Rust, the way you specify a stub module is either by having a folder in that directory, relative path finding type thing. So a folder with a file in it called lib.rs, and that will be the module, or a file just with the same name. In this case, I have the dad module. So what I separated into the dad module is, this is the only place I needed random number generation, so I put it in here. But I put this struct, which you could think of it kind of like a class or an object type thing. Well, a blueprint for an object, just like what a class would do. In Rust, you put your functions related to it by going implement dad and then function, so that you can call the function on this. This actually has a really nice side effect, or it might have actually been intentional. You can extend the functions and methods of a particular struct with a different crate. You can keep your import a crate to have added functionality for a struct that's only available in another crate, or even for a struct that's part of the Rust standard library. Anyways, moving on. Here, this is what we call an associated method. You might think of it as like how C# has a static, or Java for that matter, pretty much that. A static method that you call dad.blah blah blah. This will result in similar looking syntax. This is a constructor function. By default, by convention, you call the method new, but that's not required. They don't have constructors in Rust by default, so you make your own method. This case, this is my construction method. In Rust, you return if you don't put a semicolon at the end of your last line, that is what will be returned. In this case, it's an instance of self, which is this. Also, you'll notice the pub keyword. That's because I want to be able to use it outside of this module. Anything that doesn't have the pub keyword will not be usable outside the module. Here, this is the tell joke. The first parameter is not actually ever going to be used outside of it, but this just means that yes, it needs a reference to self in order to work. Because, every dad has their own jokes. And some of them are quite bad. I wrote all the jokes in this demo. Not that I made them up, but I put them in here. Anyway, so the same sort of thing. Here I just followed the instructions that I found on the crate website to generate a random number. Yeah, that's that. So back to here, I import the module dad, and then I put all of its methods into the same scope. So I don't have to do dad : method, dad : struct, or anything like that. I can just, if you're coming from C++ background, that's like using namespace std or using namespace blah blah blah. So you don't have to specify the namespace every time. So here's the jokes. I create a dad who's age 43 and has his own jokes. All this program does is it tells the joke. So I can go cargo run. Did you? I love that one. Let me just run the debug executable directly. And oh, that one. Let's try and get a different one. I like that one. Butt Dad? Did you just call me Butt Dad? You're grounded. Oh, so great. So yeah, this is my project, Rusty Dad. It's not a big project. If you want the code for it, I'm willing to put it on GitHub. Just tell me. But that's all I really have for today. If you have any ideas for a thing for me to code, something preferably really simple that I could do in one day sitting, then do it. Or, just something really interesting. If you have something you've coded, go ahead and post a video in response, and I can review it on this channel. Anyway, thank you, and have an excellent day. Bye.